What are key strategies that our top LNCs use so that it's not just about that one case, it's about a long-term relationship? Why credibility matters, first impressions, more so above anything else, isn't what you're saying, it's being you, it's being authentic. Because it's very hard to be someone else. Your actions represent your first impression. If you contact them and it's been a month, then what have you shown them? You've shown them that you're going to follow up once a month. You've shown them that you're just going to show up when the timing suits you. So your actions speak volume. It's not just the words you say. It's the consistency in which you follow up. It's the frequency. It's, can they see that you are reliable and dependable? Can they see that you're persistent? Are you consistent? Because the way you act in getting your first case is the way you're going to act in business when you continue to have cases with them. That's why it's truly more about the long-term impact of the trusting relationship you're trying to build and the reputation that you're setting for yourself. It's really everything beyond just what you say. It's the consistency, the persistency of you showing up. It's the follow-up, that frequency, because we have so many of our nurses who are high-performing nurses who make $300,000 to $500,000 to $800,000 a year, and attorneys in the beginning would say, man, you're persistent. And they would say, yes, I am. This is how I am in all business. And that's a great quality to have. All of those characteristics play in your favor and will set you apart. You don't want to be a commodity. You don't want to be one legal nurse in a bucket of 500. You want to be top of mind. When we talk about attorneys seeing you as a valuable asset and not just another consultant, that's another way to distinguish yourself. And this comes with you not just demonstrating your skills and saying, I'm a nurse and I can review medical records for you, right? Not just saying I work on personal injury or medical malpractice cases, but what if you're educating them and asking questions so you can give free value on cases. I love when I get on a call with an attorney and I can say, give me an example of a case you're working on right now. And say, listen, I'm not charging you for this call. This is just free advice or consultation. But if we could chat about a case, you'll get a feel and understanding for how I actually analyze these cases. And it gives them insight into how your mind works. If you can offer them support on the medical and legal trends, if you can offer them educational resources. One year, I sent out the brand new wound care regulations book that multiple national wound organizations put together. And I sent that out to all of my attorneys as a resource. It's a way to position yourself strategically rather than just someone who does the work. You're a collaborative mind and you're there to support their business. And if you can support them, it allows their business to grow. We want you to think about the long-term relationship. If you're trying to get one case from an attorney, this is the thought I want you to have. I'm trying to get a case from this attorney. I'm trying to have this attorney as my new client. But do I just want one case? And if the answer is no, I want you to think about that and think, okay, I don't just want one case. I want multiple cases because my goal isn't just task work. It's not just that short-term case. It is a relationship. Now you have more questions. Now you have more things you want to ask them. Now you want to understand their business more. And that gives them an opportunity to see you in a different light. So they're like, okay, this isn't just another nurse who's trying to get a case for me. The way she's talking to me is going to allow me to grow my business. So your perspective will immediately shift your mindset around that conversation. If you go from thinking, I just need to get this case to, I want to get a case from this attorney every month. These are the most absolute important pieces that will help you consistently deliver high quality results. And it's about being consistent. We talked about following up consistently. The consistency of your communication. I want you to think, if you have a nurse who's subcontracting for you and you don't hear from her for a month, you're going to assume one thing and they're going to be doing another. You do not want your attorney to feel like that. Communication is absolutely necessary and truly the most important thing. The way you consistently communicate allows them to have a very transparent relationship with you. I can't stress this enough. This is what kills the possibility for a long-term relationship. If you are not updating them, that communication creates trust and reliability. What else? Dependability. Now, this goes back to the beginning when I talked to you guys about the consistency and your characteristics that leave a lasting first impression. Communication beyond everything is going to leave the greatest impression. We want to work with an attorney that we can count on, that we know is going to consistently send us cases, but we have to show up first as the reliable, dependable person that they want to partner with. They are not going to think long term, but you can help them think long term by showing them you are that dependable. It's a relationship when you help them with referrals, when you ask if you can put their name on your own referral list. I have referred work to attorneys. I have every attorney in my town's name on a list. I don't do business with them, but I do refer people to them because guess what? Family and friends come to me and say, you're a legal nurse. And they think legal nurse means we do law, right? I don't practice law, but tell me a little bit about your circumstance. And I'm going to send you 3 to 5 attorney names that I know work in that area that are really good. And that's a really cool way to build a network. Here's the other thing I think is when you want to have a long lasting relationship with an attorney, when you want to do long-term business, if you are doing something that costs them $1,000 every time you do it, but you could easily teach them how to do it, educate them on doing, that's an element of good business. Yes, it might hit your pocket a little bit, but here's an example. I used to locate experts for all my attorneys. I had such a big database of experts, I would start referring the same ones over. At some point, I said, hey, you're using Tommy all the time. You don't need to pay me every time you use Tommy. You guys have a relationship, like just take him. And he's, are you sure it's a $500 fee? I said, no, don't worry about that. Let him become a part of your expert database. You don't need to pay me just because I found him the first time and he's a really great fit. Speaks volume because now it's good business. And now you're someone they want to do long-term business with. To do good business and have a longer relationship was more important to me than those $500. Educate them on your own capabilities. Here's an example. Did you know I can take multiple cases at once? If you've got 2, 3, 5 cases, I can handle that workload for you. I have that kind of capacity. Don't assume that they know. Find the right time and place to say it. Don't be afraid that sharing this knowledge is going to take away business from you, because good business is better than short business. It's reoccurring revenue. That's the strongest element of predictability for your business. The greatest insight I can offer you guys is all of this. What does all of this revolve around? All of this revolves around you having an expansive mind around educating them and just doing good business. I focused really hard on servicing and providing a lot of value in the beginning of my relationships for the attorneys that I wanted to do long-term business with. I was always about providing value and over-delivering. Sometimes providing value can lean into a freak phone call, right? It's you hopping on a call saying, listen, just send me a case you've already had another legal nurse do, and I'll do it for free just so you can see and experience my work product. You are communicating and you are following up. Repeat business is always easier than new business. Your business lives in the follow-up. If you're not following up, you won't get business. That's the name of the game. I'm all about collaboration and affiliation. And I think as a network, we're stronger together. And this is something we really want to create for all nurses.